hit start. You ready?
Nope. That's the intro now.
Just doing that. Boom, 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 boom. Bam, 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 bam. Anyway, hello and welcome back to the Chat Cave podcast, where we talk media in the form of reviews or topical-based discussions. I got a really big fart brewing. See if it's come through the mic. Ready?
Do it.
Did that come through? Did that come through? Was it loud?
It just sounded like a violent splat.
Well, I mean, I did clog the toilet just.
Oh god! All right, okay.
It was a very lovely one.
I got one brewing on.
Oh, well done. Oh. This has just been a minute I was farting. This is our new layout for the podcast. The first couple of minutes is just let it rip. Who can do the better farts?
This is video of the year.
Oh, well, I mean, it's gonna be funny because obviously, if this is your last one, that's how we end. This is you letting rip.
Last video of the year of me farting. Thank you for having me.
End. Discord call over. But yes, anyway, check out podcast, discuss media, blah, blah, blah. I'm your host, Drinking Thomas Hughes. This is my co-host, Mr. Farting Zenny F _ aka Connor O'Shea.
I should have my name, The Farting.
The fuck, that my ass, to be fair.
The Farting coming now.
But yes, today we're going to be talking, obviously, about the Game Awards from last week, because we said we was going to just discuss basically what we thought of the winners, and just do our comparison of Dragon versus Zenith, who won the Game Awards 2023.
I actually don't know. I can't remember.
I spent this morning marking it down. I had to go through our entire video because on the website it doesn't actually keep your votes on there after the winners have been crowned. It doesn't tell you who you voted for, so I had to go back for our video and mark it down. So there is actually, obviously, we voted on 31 categories on the actual video where we did this, so you can check out. The link will be in the description below. But there was an extra category, the Players' Choice Award. Yeah. But I know you didn't vote on that. I did, so I got that wrong, but still. So it's out of 32, not 31. And just a reminder, because I know I mentioned it on live stream rather than the actual podcast, I did change my indie and debut game from Cocoon to Dredge, both of them. And I will say this now, even if, obviously, only one of those won. It was I think Cocoon won it was indie game. It was a debut game, actually. I know Sea of Stars did one of them. I can't remember which one it was. Which way around? It was one of the way rounds. One was Cocoon, one was Sea of Stars. But either way, even if I kept that one that got the point, I still wouldn't have won.
I won by... How many did I win by?
Right, so I want you to have a guess how many you think you got out of... Obviously, 31 for you, but it was out of 32. How many do you reckon you got?
Oh, God. 20.
Fucking way off, son.
More?
No, less.
Oh.
We never even broke 15.
Oh, Jesus.
We didn't even get half of them right, you dozy idiots.
I thought I got, and if you didn't break 15, 14 then?
13 you got. You got 13 out of 32.
Jesus Christ.
You got Game of the Year correct, Best Sport, Best RPG, Best VR/AR, Content Creator, Best Fighting, Best Score, Esports Coach, Best Family, Best Independent Game, Innovation and Accessibility, Best Performance, and Best Art Direction.
Oh yeah. Got quite a few.
Huh?
Got quite a few, right?
Yeah, you got quite a few. How many do you reckon you beat me by?
2.
3.
3.
I got 10. I got 10 out of 32. It would have been 2 if I kept fucking Cocoon as one of my fucking answers. I obviously got Game of the Year, Best Ongoing, Best Community Support, Best Mobile, Best RPG, Best Family, Best Sport, best multiplayer, best adaptation, and best sim/strategy. I thought I had best audio design, but that went to Spider-Man. I mean, so I voted Spider-Man. It went to obviously Hi-Fi Rush. I thought I'll put it on there. I was like, oh, I got that right, and then I realised, oh wait, no, I didn't vote Hi-Fi Rush. I voted Spider-Man. Dickhead. But yeah, so I got 10 out of 32. You got 13 out of 32. I mean, I usually beat you. So that's the crazy thing. On the actual, I never beat you on the actual content creator or the esports bullshit. I mean, I literally got nothing on that side of it. I mean, you got 2 of those in terms of like the content and esports bullshit. You got 2 of those ones. I got obviously not at all. So you always beat me on that side of it usually. Then again, it's usually if you just get the right one. I mean, technically speaking, the one you got this year, the esports coach, you just went on the trophy. There you go. Where if you stuck to the guns of how we usually approach of smart, best dressed, you probably wouldn't have got that point.
I'm pretty sure last year it's the same thing. I was like, oh, pass for this trophy.
No, you went for the smart dressed Asian guy.
No, you did. I went for a different one. I'm pretty sure. I think we swapped. I think I went for someone different. I can't remember. It's in the year.
But yeah, see, that's the scoring of that. But of course, the big obviously talking point is Baldur's Gate 3 getting 6 out of the awards. I think it was the awards it was voted for. Because you obviously got Game of the Year, you got Best Multiplayer, Best Community, Best RPG, Best Performance, and the player's voice.
And then you got people being like, what the hell's Baldur's Gate? This is in the game I've never heard of, win Game of the Year. It's like you've been living under a rock. It's like biggest Game of the Year.
But
I'm pretty sure so I read a thing the other day, and Baldur's Gate even outsold Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation. And I was like, oh, so all these people saying that, like, oh, it's not even popular on PlayStation. I was like, that's wrong then. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I read the other day.
Google it. Make sure you're not talking out your ass. I know Spider-Man broke a lot of records when that come out for its selling on PlayStation.
Okay, maybe hang on.
Maybe I need to update this wiki page to make it look like I was speaking the truth.
It says, according to this, says Spider-Man 2 sold over 5 million copies worldwide. But then if I go back, it says PlayStation 5 turn-based game Baldur's Gate sold 22 million copies. But that can't be right. That's got to be like overall.
See, I reckon the 5 million is just physical. I can't see that being just physical and digital. That's got to be physical copies. Most people go digital nowadays, so I reckon it's probably more than that.
Estimated of 7.6 million on PlayStation, apparently.
Is that just physical or both?
Overall. I'm getting like conflicting fucking things now, because some of it's saying like it sold like 22 million copies, and I got one saying, oh no, it only sold 7.5 million. I'm think overall it sold 22 million copies, but there's no thing on PlayStation. Well, I'm guessing it sold close to what Spider-Man sold, considering I thought Spider-Man would have sold more.
I'm pretty sure it did. I'm pretty sure didn't it break like the record for PlayStation Original?
He says if PlayStation 5 copies sold, it comes up with 5 million copies. Yeah. I thought it would have sold more.
What if I can set? Let's have a look.
It says Spider-Man launch generated about 2.5 million units upon release. After 10 days on the market, it's estimated to be about 5 million. So obviously it's going to be a bit more now because it's been out longer than fucking 10 days after release. Unless it broke like sales record, like fastest sales.
Yeah, that was the fastest sales, what it says here. That's what I'm reading here.
So I think
make it one of the year's best-selling games. For context, outdone Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and it's the fastest-selling PlayStation Studios game just 3 days after its release.
Makes sense.
I'm just checking your facts here as well. Yeah, I'm getting the same with the Baldur's Gate one. The first thing that comes up is Baldur's Gate 3 sales could exceed 7.5 million copies.
Because the thing is, it says Baldur's Gate sold 22 million copies, and it says versus Final Fantasy 16, which only sold 4 million. But obviously 22 million has to be like overall.
Across all consoles.
Yeah,
I'd say so. Because I say, I'm like, the first article I see is PlayStation, and it says 7.5. So I'm guessing that 22 odd that's a combined total across all platforms. Yeah, but on Steam here, I see one that says sold over 5.2 million copies. That I don't know how old this article is from Steam. So I'm guessing that's a combined total across its multiple, basically, platforms. But yeah, obviously, I think the biggest talking point now regarding to this heavily is the fact that it wasn't exactly what we thought it was going to be. Because I think the biggest thing that most people probably thought this game was going to be Baldur's Gate 3 versus Tears of the Kingdom. And it wasn't even that. It ended up being Baldur's Gate 3 versus Alan Wake 2. Which, ironically enough, I said on the podcast when we were obviously voting about people saying it could be a dark horse. And it surprisingly was. Which I didn't think it was, because all the games that were up for Game of the Year, that was the lowest rated critically and audience-wise. So I was just like, how can that be a dark horse when you're looking at Zelda, which obviously has the same ratings as Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man and Mario, which both have the same low 90s ratings, and Resident Evil 4, which had like mid 90s. Like I was like, so how can this game that is the lowest rated of all of them be a dark horse in this situation? But obviously, the way you can probably look at it is the fact that it was fresh in a lot of people's minds. It just come out literally. It'd been out a couple of weeks by the point of the cut-off point. It'd been out a few weeks, so obviously it was the closest to release date. So it's the freshest in people's minds, so they can be like, okay, that was wow. I was finished. That's great. So it is crazy to me how it ended up becoming those two games fighting off rather than what everyone predicted to being Zelda versus Baldur's Gate. So I think that was obviously the biggest worry when we was on about it was Zelda could more than likely pick up Game of the Year, which it shouldn't. Because obviously Baldur's Gate 3 deserved it more. But as we said, it never even became that. Zelda literally only picked up Best Action Adventure. That was it. Which is funny enough because I was listening back to our, obviously, when I was getting the numbers up so I can actually see who got what. When it came to that category, funny enough, I said out loud, and you can literally go back and listen to it. I was like, I'm voting Spider-Man here because I love that game, but Zelda more than likely pick it up. I literally say that out loud, and I was like, oh, so if I just voted with logic rather than just what I prefer to play, I would have got a point off that. But then again, when I was listening to the actual awards, I mean, the guy who presented the award, which is obviously the actor played Shang-Chi in Marvel, he literally is like no surprise, Tears of the Kingdom. And I was just like, well,
I know. It's gotta win something.
It's gotta say, fucking gotta kiss Nintendo somehow, because I mean, all Nintendo really won was it Pikmin? I think it was Pikmin and Mario. I think that's one each. So they was like, oh shit, Zelda's like the highest rated game one of the highest rated games of the year. Oh, we've given awards to the other two Nintendo properties. Shit, we need to give an award. Zelda, here you go. You can have this one, mate. But yeah, it's crazy how it didn't just turn out to be what I thought it was going to be. But then again, I said that about was it the Golden Joystick Awards that came out not long before we did our podcast, and Zelda did fuck all there as well. I think all it really won was Best Nintendo Game of the Year.
They both get picked up pretty much everything again.
I think the only things it didn't pick up was Xbox Game of the Year, obviously, and PlayStation Game of the Year. The console-based ones. It won PC and it won everything else, pretty much. It didn't touch, obviously, the consoles, because I think, obviously, Spider-Man won the PS5 PlayStation Game of the Year, Zelda won Nintendo, and...
what the fuck won Xbox?
Ah, fuck. I'm going to have to Google that.
Can't be Starfield.
Was it Resident Evil, was it? Because obviously this doesn't count towards, like... exclusiveness. Really, it can count as basically whatever basically was best on that console. I'm guessing. Golden Joystick Award 2023. Let's have a look, shall we? Xbox game. Oh wait, I'm thinking. Okay, no, I got it wrong then. Sorry. PC was Baldur's Gate, so I was right. PlayStation was Resident Evil.
I PlayStation Resident Evil.
Starfield was Xbox. And Nintendo was obviously Tears of the Kingdom.
How did Spider-Man not win?
PlayStation
game.
Exactly. Resident Evil won it. It's funny because literally, Xbox and Nintendo were won by exclusive games. PlayStation's was a non-exclusive game. You would. It's weird. You'd think those categories would be dedicated just to exclusiveness.
Well, if you put it this way, if Spider-Man didn't win on PlayStation, but Resident Evil did, you think Resident Evil might pick up on Xbox as well?
Yeah.
Why would it? What Star? So Starfield was not worthy of
the game of the year. But yeah, that's weird that did that. But I say Baldur's Gate pretty much like clean sweeps a lot. What I find funny as well with this one, obviously the Golden Joysticks, they have both lead performance and supporting performance, so they have two awards for obviously performances. And obviously Neil Newbon, who obviously won the best performance at the Game Awards, only picked up supporting performance at that one. So he won a supporting act, but then obviously won the big act. Why is he not up for the big act at that award? Why is he up for supporting at that one? Because realistically, there's no obviously of the main character, the origin characters. I wouldn't really call them supporting in the game. They're like the main characters of the game, apart from you, and you don't speak, so you can't really say you're the main character. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't really say you're. The only performance you can give is if you're reading it out loud. That's it. But literally, I don't know how he's not up for best performance. Because that one was won by the guy who was Final Fantasy. Ben Starr.
Yeah. But apparently he wasn't originally cast for that character as well.
But I was reading it's weird that one award ceremony he's getting supporting, one he's getting main performance. Why is he not up for main performance both sides? I find that a bit weird. But yeah. As I say, it's just crazy that it just didn't turn out to be the Nintendo, obviously, versus Baldur's Gate situation. It was a polar opposite. I mean, to be fair though, that does give the shock factor then, because as I say, we were building ourselves ready for just these two games to kind of just duke it out and see who steals what award from the other one. And as we say, it didn't become that, which is the shock factor of sitting there, obviously listening to it and going, oh, okay, so Alan Wake 2 just picked that up. Zelda's literally just picked up one award again. So it literally across two award ceremonies, he picked up one each. Then again, Spider-Man picked up none across both award ceremonies.
I thought he would have picked up something. I thought he would have picked up one.
Especially with that joystick one, where there's an literal PlayStation category, and it didn't even win that. It went to Resident Evil 4, which didn't win. Do you think that was even up for the Xbox One? Or it's got to have been up for both. And if so, how the fuck didn't this win both? Because Oh, then again, I'm surprised Baldur's Gate 3 didn't win the PlayStation one, because at that point it was up on PlayStation.
Yeah, on PlayStation, yeah.
That was the only one that it wouldn't.
I think the only thing Baldur's Gate is more PC orientated, so maybe that's why I would put it on the PC one.
Maybe, but still, it's weird that I still find it weird that Resident Evil won the Golden Joystick. Then again, Resident Evil didn't, apart from the VR AR category, didn't win anything at the Game Awards either, did it? So I mean, the only thing it literally won across these two big game award ceremonies is just PlayStation Game of the Year, which, as you say, weird that's the actual PlayStation exclusive games didn't get a nod on that situation.
I mean, this game's been stacked. This year's been stacked for games.
Yeah,
like it's been overall just there's so many games. That, like I mean, when Resident Evil come out, I was like, so far it's my game of the year, and then every other game comes out, it's like, holy shit! Like it's getting better and better. It's not the only game that obviously I haven't really played. Obviously, Spider-Man I've done on the PlayStation 5, and Alan Wake 2, which I really want to play. And currently, Alan Wake on Epic Games, you can get it for £21. So
Which one?
The new one.
Can you?
Yeah, it's on sale currently to £31, and they also got the Christmas discount of £10, so it's like 21 quid.
Oh, nice.
So I might pick that up when I get paid. It's on sale till like January 10th or something. So.
So I was gonna pick it up on console, but I don't know if it's that cheap.
21 quid,
I
yeah.
don't think we're gonna get any cheaper than that. I
Um,
mean, as I say, even if you buy it off, if we did that, no, I mean, if we did that idea of if work give us the £20 vouchers, stick that on a fucking £20 fucking Xbox card. I mean, even then, that would only bring the price down to what I mean, it's 50 quid on Xbox. It'd only bring it down to 30 quid. So it's like you may as well pay the £10 less and get it on Epic.
Plus, then you get reward points as well, which means that next purchase you get cheaper. Whatever. If there's another sale next time, you can use your reward points on Epic now.
I might look at that in a bit. Actually, I might just pick it up now out of the way. Back it on the credit card. There you go, done. I'll pay it next month anyway.
Right, back to the old Game Awards. Let's say overall, the best thing from the Game Awards was the Alan Wake performance.
Oh, fucking absolutely.
I've watched it like 10 times.
I can't stop listening to that song. That song is just stuck in my head. I mean, when we look at each other, we keep doing the fucking leg movements. It's just like, on the end of the fucking buildings, like. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I saw the fucking, obviously, the actual music video when they released it online. I saw bits of it and I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, so confused to what it was. And honestly, it's like Alan Wake 10. I thought it was just like a random fucking performance, like just linked to something in the game. But obviously, then I found out it's actually within the game.
Yeah.
And then I was obviously, cause for the Game Awards every year, I always listen to it at work. I always put my headphones on. I usually fucking whack my phone to the side and I'll just watch it. Well, half watch it and half listen. Most of the time, just listen to it. It's very difficult when they announce something really cool. And you're like, oh, you're trying to rush to fucking find your phone real quick to watch what it's showing. Because most of the time it's just like noises. And you're just like, what the hell was that? And you're hoping the presenters like reference what it was. And you're like, if not, you're just like, what the fuck was that? But yeah, obviously, I had my phone. I think that was at the point I was in that queue for fucking the Steam Deck thing, which I did not win. I was in it for over an hour with that fucking queue, and I didn't fucking walk away with anything. I remember my phone being on the side, and I think I just walked off actually, because I think I was doing the GSP stuff, and I just walked off with my phone to do that, and it come on. I was like, what the fuck's happening on here? I was like, wait, are they gonna? Whoa.
Dance, man.
And I was there like half watching it, half like moving boxes. I was like, this is a jam. And I got the fucking the song on my fucking phone. I'm just like, it's a fucking banging track. I mean, that was the best thing from the Game Awards. I think hands down that music's always the best at the Game Awards because the orchestra is just outstanding. They usually throw like a certain games orchestra early on the awards. I mean, I think it was Final Fantasy this year. But as I said, there's a big fucking musical performance. I know Churches did one for Death Stranding a couple of years ago. What?
I just saw an arm pop up on the side of the screen as well.
Your arm popped up on the screen. As long as it was just the arm, it's okay.
I don't think it's anything else. I have to go back and editing.
Yeah, to be fair, my camera's cut off most of the way anyway, so I think I did glance an arm, but I don't know if it was on my OBS or my Discord, I don't know. But yeah, so obviously, as I said, Churches did the Death Stranding song a couple of 2019. Obviously, 2020 we can't really talk about because they didn't really do anything then. 2021. Did they do anything in 2021? I can't remember. I know last year it was the Blood Upon the Snow. It was obviously Bear McCreary and the guy who sings that song from God of War. Because they had the fucking... He was on stage with that fucking instrument going... And the snow was falling and everything. I know that was that last year, but I can't remember if there's anything... I don't remember 2021's. But usually there's a big sort of music... I mean...
There's always like an orchestra somewhere.
I mean, remember they did their Doom one, didn't they? Was it 2017 or something like that?
2016. What in 2016? Because Doom came out 2016.
Obviously, they did the obviously fucking what's his name? Just the fucking Doom soundtrack.
Mick Gordon.
He obviously was there, wasn't he? Fucking the blasting the fucking soundtrack.
Legend.
Pretty certain they did Devil Trigger one of the years as well. That might have been.
Yes, they did.
Could that have been the 2021 one then?
I remember that performance because the woman singing was okay, and then the guy singing was dreadful, and I was like, "What is going? What is he so
When
bad?"
did that come out? That game?
It would have been 2017.
No, it
I'm
was
pretty
after
sure it came out.
2017. It was after
Was
20.
it?
Devil May Cry 5 came out way after fucking 2017, bud. I knew at the point Devil May Cry 5 come out because I remember you being.
2019. 2019.
So it might have been 2019 then. They might have fucking done that.
I thought it was fucking earlier than that.
2019, they might have done the Churches one and they might have done that one. But yeah, usually the music at the fucking Game Awards is usually the draw. That's what I always listen to. I've got most of the orchestra performances on my phone, so I can just listen to all the fucking soundtracks. It's good because how they manage to merge all the songs usually. But so then there's usually that bigger performances early on, and obviously this year was the Alan Wake 2 fucking song and dance of Old Gods, are they called? Old Gods of Asgard?
Asgard, yeah. Which is I found out not even actual band. It's a band within the universe of their game.
I read that as well. Cool. It's an in-universe band.
I like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good way of like doing some advertising.
What was I going to say now? Oh yeah, apparently the Blade trailer got released on PlayStation, so I'm guessing Blade's coming to PlayStation. It's not an Xbox exclusive.
I was looking, obviously, because I saw like an article talking about that, and he was on about the fact that they haven't yet said what it's going to. There was obviously, what I was reading, it was like it's weird that they didn't just slap like an X label on it for Xbox. But obviously, someone like asked Disney, and Disney was like, "Don't ask us, ask Bethesda. We're not in charge of this. That's them. They're the ones fucking that deal with the like if it's going where it's going." When I say there's a lot of people saying it's weird that it's not been. They've not said if it's Xbox exclusive. If it's going every platform. Because on top of that as well, I read something being like it could be the fact that it might miss the current generation of console because it might have only just gone into development, and if it obviously takes the usual lifespan of development, then it probably will just about miss this generation of PS5 and obviously Xbox Series X, or it'll come out at the very back end. But as I say, I'm guessing at the moment they don't 100% know. They're probably still just debating themselves, like, do we just shove it on Xbox, or do we try and make a bit more dosh and throw it on multiple consoles?
Well, I think with obviously PlayStation currently having Spider-Man and then obviously getting Wolverine, the audience for superhero games is more there than Xbox currently. So it makes sense to release it on there just to make the profit from it. But talking about Wolverine, apparently some hackers have got all the stuff.
I read it this morning.
That's 2 million.
They're holding like the fucking it hostage, aren't they? The fucking details of like the people involved, fucking like a lot of Insomniac like staff members. I know the guy who plays Spider-Man, like apparently his stuff, his details and everything. And this article I was reading is like he might want to change his password soon. But yeah, I saw that they're fucking trying to obviously PlayStation are looking into it, aren't they? Trying to see what the fuck's going on.
But the guy who hacked the GTA stuff literally said while in prison, when I get out, I'm just going to do it again. So there's no stopping what they did. Put me in prison for like a year, and that's it. I don't care.
So they'll just come out and do it again and just go back in.
I'm pretty sure he's only like juvenile. He's not old enough to be in fucking proper prison. I don't think. So. Plus, I'm not being funny. You probably get respect from everyone in there. Like, oh yeah, you hacked GTA. Hell yeah! I'm waiting 10 years for this. Hell yeah.
What did you think? What did you think was the biggest like announcement for you at the Game Awards? Though, because obviously this Game Awards. You're a little hard on for Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Do you reckon that was the biggest announcement at the Game Awards?
I think if it wasn't obviously if they showed a bit more gameplay, obviously it just showed like the graphics and the in running and obviously all this lightning going off and stuff, which looked visually really cool. But I think it was the biggest title announcement there, like a standalone title announcement. I mean, what come close to Monster Hunter was there? Blade's a new IP.
And so Blade probably was probably like a big one because of the fact that it's Marvel and Bethesda, and for the fact it's actual proper like the ones who did like the actual decent Bethesda games. So obviously that's pretty like big. I think in terms of like well-known property, I mean Jurassic Park's got to be like a reasonable shape because it's Jurassic Park. It's usually like it's a well-popular like saga. But I definitely, I agree that Monster
games.
Hunter was probably the biggest announcement for the fact that it's Capcom. Obviously, Capcom has celebrated their anniversary, and of course, it was like one of the last trailers dropped. So I definitely say usually they save like the best till sort of quite last. So that's probably why they dropped that one quite late on. It's like a big final announcement. I'm still surprised though. Obviously, I know they have to release it early anyway because of their hacking. But I'm still surprised they didn't drop GTA at the Game Awards. I'm surprised they didn't save that.
I think they didn't do it because they wanted to get the views on their own channel. I mean, look how many records it broke. Didn't it break like most viewed video in 24 hours or something? Which I mean, Rockstar have a big enough. Rockstar is probably a bigger platform than the Game of the Year Awards. Literally their own channel get more views. So, I'm trying to think of what else, man.
So the only other thing I saw that was interesting was probably the Dead by Daylight single player game.
Yeah, I suppose so. But like I said, that's probably the.
There wasn't really any. I mean, I think probably one of the bigger things as well, and that was just because like a free DLC was Valhalla.
Oh, I've seen all the memes about that already. Being like, it's a free DLC. It's still longer than Call of Duty.
I'm saving it for this weekend. I don't want to fucking. I don't want to like try and put it. I need to install it before the weekend, obviously the update. But I don't want to fucking just sit down and try and fucking only get a little bit of time on it. I want to fucking spend a couple of hours on it. So my current plan is literally Sunday afternoon before I do the last live stream with you is to play it for a couple of hours, and then if I need to do any more on it, then Monday before I go watch Godzilla, I'm gonna play a couple of hours of it. So I'm gonna try. And, that's my current plan for this weekend is try and get at least a couple of hours Sunday and Monday on this before I do anything. Because as I said, it's like you and you said before. It's actually the same with God of War. You said you didn't want to basically just sit down and play like fucking 10 minutes of it. You want to sit down for a good couple of hours to invest yourself into it. Because I've heard it's supposed to be really good. I've heard like it's a good like little epilogue story.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people saying I can't believe they didn't put a price tag on it. People being like, I would have paid $20 for it.
So I am surprised they didn't slap say even if it's like 15 quid. I'm surprised they didn't try and sell it. But then again, that's nice of them for saying just going. This is a saying thank you for the support.
When did it come out? God of War.
Oh, God of War.
No. Actually, in general, yeah, it was last year, wasn't it?
Last November.
So it's only been about a year then. I was say maybe they just put it on there just to bring players back. I guess.
Yeah,
I thought it would have been like, oh, here's new, obviously God of War DLC, and then in a few months maybe it'd be like, oh, well, we're working on a new God of War because then obviously people are back into it. Then oh shit, I played this recently. That's interesting, but I don't know. I'm still waiting for the Elden Ring fucking DLC. I thought that was going to be shown at the Game Awards, being as like it's a year later after the one last year. I thought, oh, they're going to show it. Nope. Monster Hunter came instead. I was like, whoa!
Did you notice all the security they had at the Game Awards this time?
Yeah, I saw someone Photoshop that dude in the audience again and was like, what's it would say? Fucking,
Bill Clinton.
What did he say? Bill Clinton, yeah. Everyone was like, oh no, Bill Clinton, boys.
Yeah, so I was like, I saw, you see all the fucking meaty ass security guys are standing by the fucking stage. I think obviously the biggest criticism of this year's Game Awards was the fact that they kept cutting people off.
It was more of an advertisement for everything else. It's very, like, obviously with people going for awards should be given way longer, man.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest criticism. Obviously, I've seen a lot of people say about this is the fact that, like, most of it was literally just essentially a fucking game convention of just dropping fucking trailers and whatnot and talking about stuff. I mean, the Kojima thing was a big thing. Obviously, the OD collaboration.
With so much time and there's nothing to really show for it. That's what annoyed me. It's like you just got like a trailer, people talking. It's like, why has this guy got so much time compared to everyone else? And he's got nothing here.
Because they love fucking Kojima, don't they? Obviously that, and obviously the Jordan Peele come out. So obviously it's a case of that's fucking why it's two big names. I mean, apparently there's a lot of Silent Hill references in that Kojima trailer.
Yeah, apparently there's like inside the guy's mouse and stuff, whatever.
Apparently it stands for silent, which everyone's like, oh,
but it can't be a Silent Hill game because why would they release it exclusively on Xbox?
I think it's just a reference. That was all from what I was reading. It was just him referencing the fact that PT. It was his little reference towards the fact that.
I hope it is a horror game. I hope it's very. Not,
it is.
Obviously, I did like this show. I mean, like how PT was like.
I think it is a proper horror game. From what I've heard about it, it is generally a proper horror game. It's for the screamers, I literally said, which for me means it's going to be a proper horror game. Yeah,
I hope it is, man, because fucking PT was terrifying.
But yeah, I know, I said the biggest criticism is literally just the fact that people are getting a minute just to give thanks. I saw one person like put out like a tweet complaining, saying that if that was me, I'd fucking be kicking off for the fact that the Baldur's Gate ones when they won Game of the Year. The guy was literally basically saying about the fact that they lost a member of the team recently.
Real.
And then literally the fucking the music and the sign come up saying wrap it up. And he's literally fucking putting out a heartfelt fucking speech about the fact they lost a member of staff, and they're like, "Come on, wrap it up."
I think everything there, the Game of the Year award part, that should have been given as much time as they needed.
I said, I can't remember who I said it to. I said it to someone. I said the fact that realistically, I think obviously this is their retaliation to Christopher Judge's 8-minute speech, the infamous longer than the Call of Duty campaign speech. Obviously, this is their retaliation to that, but I still think realistically, anyone up there singular, basically the normal awards throughout, there should at least 5 minutes maximum. That's when the things should come up and say, okay, now wrap it up. I don't think a lot of people would even use that. They'd probably use it less.
People come up, say like thanks, obviously say the people that helped them, and then they leave it. Obviously with Baldur's Gate 3, they said thanks. They said thanks for player base. Then there's just like showing props to people that passed away during the project.
And then it's like,
it's like a minute. It's like, what the fuck?
He even come out afterwards, the guy who made it, the guy who come. Do you see him at the armour when he come in the fucking?
Yeah, I saw him beforehand being like, they told me to come in a suit, and I come in a suit of armour. So what's the problem?
See, I saw obviously him when I was in the old new Bond won the award. I saw that guy sat in front. I was like, who the fuck's that? Just in a suit of fucking armour. But obviously it's the guy who made the game and whatnot. And as I say, I think with the actual speech at the end, that obviously when you win the big one, it should be a maximum of 10 minutes. It should be double the time. Obviously, again, I probably won't even need the 10 minutes. They'll probably do it in the same amount of time. Because I know he come out afterwards with a tweet being like, "Oh, I forgot," because they're basically pushing us off the stage. The Xbox release has just come out because he was going to drop that announcement at the Game Awards, like you can play it on Xbox right now. But as soon as they were like wrap it up, he never got a chance to do it. So I saw that and say this is obviously clear their retaliation to his speech last year, Christopher Judge's 8-minute speech. But they need to look into it next year of being a bit more, having a bit more leeway of how long people can have.
I think it'll change next year because the amount of people I've seen complain and videos.
Yeah, and I know.
And studios kicking off.
Is it Jeff
Keighley?
I know he said, obviously, he put a tweet out being like when some people complained about it, and he put a tweet out saying, I was telling them just to be a bit more lenient before they started playing the music, but they didn't. They clearly didn't listen. So I know he put a tweet and he goes, we'll look into it next year. So I'm guessing, say next year, there'll be a bit more fucking time. That's the problem, because it is an award ceremony. So realistically, the focus should be on the awards. The trailers, the people just coming up to talk about games and that should be secondary. But it's not. It's the opposite way. I know I saw a stat where it's like, so I know realistically the awards show started at about 12:30 because of obviously the pre-show and whatnot. But the actual main show started at 1 and it lasted till 4, so it's 3 hours long. And I know I saw a stat where it was like only like 20% of that was actual awards. Like 80% of that was literally just them dropping trailers, talking. I mean, you could have literally got rid of that entire Muppet segment. There you go. There's fucking like a couple of minutes for everyone to fucking have extra on their fucking speeches. There's so much. The biggest
problem coming up with next year now is obviously the official announcement E3's dead, and that came out the other day saying like we're not going to be able to do it anymore. So everyone that's got a trailer that want to drop it, they're just going to drop it at Game Awards. So it's going to be like fucking E3, you know.
The thing is, if that's the case, we should extend the runtime then. They could easily do 12 till 4. It's an extra hour. Obviously, and have the kickoff show start at 11:30. You know what I mean? Or have it till 5. So have the extra hour the other side.
Or just stick it more planned out. So you got segments of like, okay, at the beginning of the night we're gonna have the first half of the awards, like the best stream, best esports, then have like big massive bunch of trailers in a row. Or here's all the trailers. Everyone comes out talking about new games. And then right at the end, you got all the big awards that they're giving out, which gives you more time.
What gets me with it is obviously the pre-show is where they drop a lot of the non-major awards. For fuck's sake! So you need to start playing some music in the background. Then she put a phone up saying "wrap it up." So she didn't put it in front of the camera so Connor can see it.
Have like a little countdown. Oh, sorry.
It's backwards though, because obviously my camera's backwards.
Oh no! Oh, God's sake.
But yeah, so that's the thing. I feel like of all the things I should say wrap up the most, it's the celebrity segments. Like you can get away with saying wrap them up a bit earlier, because there's a lot of like segments of them talking about games. I mean, you had Matthew McConaughey, you had Simon Liu, I can't remember how you pronounce his last name. Yeah, both of them talking about their upcoming games, their voicing, and they went on for ages talking about it before they eventually got. Obviously, McConaughey didn't even give an award. I don't think it was obviously the other one did. McConaughey didn't. He just went off. But as I say, literally at the start of the show, the pre-show, you got the I think the accessibility award was on there, and a couple of other awards, and they give them away, and they have people not even come to the stage. They haven't come to the basically where the pre-show hostess is standing. They have them come to her and get the awards from there, and not all of them. Some of them are literally just they announce them and that's it. And in the main show, you have a couple of actual awards seen on screen, and then every now and again Jeff will literally come on stage and he's like, "Oh, these are some awards we gave I've also done," and it'll basically be like best family game, best multiplayer. It'll list like a couple of different ones, and he'll list like obviously who was nominated, and he'll give the award on the spot. No one will come and accept it. They'll just say it, and then they'll move on, and be like, "Okay, now it's for another announcement regarding the game," and it's just like. Okay, it's an award show, but half your awards aren't even visibly being shown. Half your awards are literally just the host announcing the awards quickly and saying, "This is who won, next award. This is who won, next award. Here's a gamer trailer." And that's like, if you're going to do something like that, you need the show to be longer. Or just fucking focus heavily on that. Obviously, the games award side of it, and obviously have a different show entirely for a lot of these trailers. Heck, exactly. The pre-show could just be an hour of fucking trailers.
Yeah.
And then the main show be awards. Obviously, okay, maybe if it's a big trailer, like say the Monster Hunter trailer, throw that in the main show. But most of your trailers should say it be like an hour before, because you don't really need anyone there. You don't need any of the audience to be there for the trailer. Obviously, you can literally have the host being like talking to the basically the internet, and basically just go through it that way. But they don't. They just basically try and fucking cram it all into one show, and in the process spend too much time focusing on the trailer side of it rather than. But essentially, they spend too much time focusing on the future rather than the now. Like, this is about 2023. This is who won 2023. We don't give a shit at the moment about what's coming out in 2024, 2025, fucking onwards. Like, this is about these people that have literally fucking been nominated and won awards in this year. I mean, you would feel a bit pissed off if you only got a minute to fucking like be like, "Oh, thanks for this" and everything. You'd feel pissed off.
Yeah.
And so that's why I saw a lot of people kicking off and saying like, "I'd literally be so fucking pissed off if I was literally dedicating an award to someone who's just died," and they're like, "Wrap it up." It's
all I made then was future.
Future. It's SpongeBob, isn't it? It's not the one when he goes back in time and goes forward in time.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah.
Like, why is everything chrome?
Everything's silver, and
everything's chrome. He's like, everything's chrome in the future, and he's just like fucking on the spot, fucking like kind of like doing sit-ups, going future.
Okay.
What's it? That's like one of the first episodes. That's like probably the second episode of SpongeBob I ever saw in my life. Was that one? SB129, I think it was called.
I can't remember what the first one I ever watched was.
Rip Pants was my one.
Rip Pants is pretty. I think that could have been.
That was I brought a DVD. Brought a DVD of it, and that was like the first episode I ever saw was Rip Pants.
So I always had Nickelodeon, so I've watched them when did they first started airing? Because I definitely remember watching the original ones.
90s, late 99, like late 90s, I think it was.
Yeah, definitely watched like a lot of the early ones then. Rip Pants is a classic still.
Still, yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's just I think that's the problem. Game Wars is a mixed bag. It's a good idea in concept, but especially this year, it's just executed badly.
Yeah.
Forever.
Sorry, I'm going.
But yeah. Oh yeah, I got my obviously because at the end of the year, since obviously we're talking about the end of the year and whatnot. Obviously I got my PlayStation end of the year fucking wrap up. So I got loads of fucking likes on my shorts. So obviously PlayStation sent me my. I don't know where they get some of these stats from. I went through them earlier, and I was just like, I don't know where they got half these stats from. I feel like that's incorrect. Do you want to hear my end of the year wrap up to wrap up the podcast?
Go on.
Okay. So I in 2023 on PlayStation, I've played 12 games on PlayStation.
All right. Oh, I've got my stats so I can show you as well.
Obviously the 5 biggest hitters I have: God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and obviously Ezio Collection.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to this, in 2023, I played 11 hours of God of War Ragnarok. Don't remember playing 11 hours of God of War Ragnarok in 2023, but apparently I did. I played 12 hours of Horizon Forbidden West. Again, I don't remember playing 12 hours of it. I've definitely played these games at some point, but I don't remember playing that long of it this year because they're literally old games. Spider-Man 2, this one makes sense. This one does make sense. 28 hours. That one makes sense because I did spend so long on it, getting all the 100% achievements and everything. So that one makes sense. Spider-Man Remastered, it claims 33 hours. I definitely haven't played 33 hours of that game this year. I feel like that's definitely a combined total. That can't be right because if I've only played 28 hours of Spider-Man 2 and I was 100% in that, getting everything in the game, how have I got 33 hours of Spider-Man 1 when all I did was the main story? That makes no sense. So that to me is incorrect. And then the Ezio Collection, apparently I played 39 hours, which does kind of make sense because I have played Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 2 this year. So that one does make sense. Apparently my gaming style is thrill seeker because 93% of my game time is on the edge of my seat. Don't know how they know that. They're spying on me, are they? Okay, so it tells you here month by month as well, like what you played each month, like the biggest games of that month. So January was God of War Ragnarok with, again, this makes no sense because it just told me I played 11 hours of God of War Ragnarok. This is saying I logged 13 hours in January, but that just told me 11 hours just.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
Apparently I was on it 6 times. February was Until Dawn. I was on it 7 times for 7 hours, which makes sense because I did that for the YouTube channel. I did that over on air because I went through that phase of doing the horror games. March was Death Stranding. It's probably my least played hours. I logged 2 hours apparently into Death Stranding in one session. I think it's because I redid the start and then just turned it off and then uninstalled it because I needed space.
Yeah.
April was Horizon Forbidden West for 12 hours. Again, I don't remember playing 12 hours, but apparently I played it 4 times for 12 hours. I don't remember doing that. Okay, no, this is my weakest. In May, apparently I played an hour of Kena, Bridge of Spirits.
Daddy.
Apparently I had 2 gaming sessions on it, so there's that equivalent of half hour each. I don't remember it, but apparently. June was Valhalla with 3 hours. July was Assassin's Creed with 10 hours. August was also the same Ezio Collection game for 14 hours. September, again, I said to you just 33 hours for Spider-Man 1. It's telling me September was 41 hours on Spider-Man 1. Where have you got an extra 12 hours from? That one I don't get. Apparently my gaming sessions I went on it 22 times. I don't remember going 22 times, but apparently I did. October was Spider-Man 2, obviously, because that came out. Apparently I had 11 sessions on that for 33 hours. Again, it just told me I was on fucking 28 hours, but it's got extra hours. I don't know where it's getting all these hours from. And then November and December were both Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection. I just don't know where some of these stats are coming from. I'm just like so confused when I'm reading these numbers. Apparently I played 149 hours on PlayStation this year. 69% of those hours was basically on PlayStation 5 games. And then 30.87% of those hours were on PS4 games. So 9 of the games were PS5, 3 of them PS4. Even though obviously I played them all on PlayStation 5. I've collected 169 trophies. 2 of those are platinums, 13 gold, 62 silver, 92 bronze. And my levels went up by 25. My social style is apparently Lone Wolf, which is obvious because I only play single player games on PlayStation. But yeah, that's my year in review. I mean that's chump numbers compared to, I think it was 2020 or was it 2021? I can't remember. I think it might be 2020 when my most played game obviously was fucking WWE, and it was like 100 and fucking odd hours. Like that's chump hours in comparison to that session. I mean, that is Trump hours in comparison to what it tells me on my PC on Steam. Apparently, I put like 120 hours into fucking 2K23 this year.
Do you want to know my Xbox stats? And I don't know how right. The defo can't be right.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree with you. Carry on.
Right, my total time is 997 hours. But I think that just means how long my Xbox is on. So watching YouTube and movies.
It's got to be. That's got to be. I mean, especially since you and D both use it, it's got to be like that's got to be like everything.
So the second one makes sense. I went 12,000 gamer score this year. That's kind of right.
Where'd you find this stat? So see,
it's called Xbox Year in Review.
Did they send you an email? Or is it just on the Xbox thing?
You have to just type it in. They sign in. So go on online and type it in.
Okay, Xbox Year in Review. Okay, carry on.
Apparently, the total amount have a guess total amount of games I played this year. According to the.
Is it a high number? I was want to say before I guess.
Pretty high, yeah.
More than 40?
More.
More than 60?
More. Nowhere near.
100?
More.
150?
More.
200?
174 games.
That can't be correct.
I don't know where it's getting that from. Total games maybe my lifetime.
That can't be correct. I'm saying that sounds like a lifetime stat more than anything. Here we go. I'll sign into mine. I swear to God, if mine's that high, it's bullshit, because I definitely haven't played that many.
My top played games is Fallout, which is D, 131 hours. Monster Hunter Rise, which was me, 111 hours.
I'm trying to remember.
And then Ghostwire Tokyo, 107 hours.
You trying to remember your fucking password on the spot? I think that's my password.
Total game. Most time I played the game was February, which I'm pretty sure when I bought my Xbox.
Yeah, because I brought it about a month after, didn't I? Or within a few weeks after.
I love how my lifetime gamer score is 34,000, and I had 12,000. It's just shit. I don't see 174 games though. No way.
Well, if mine's high, then we know it's bullshit, because I definitely haven't played that. I definitely haven't even cracked 20 games on Xbox this year.
Because it says 2023 highlights total games, but surely the total games that'd be every single game I've ever played on my profile. Which would be
mine's just loading now.
All the Xbox 360 games.
It's just counting up my lifetime score. Give it a sec. I'm literally 2 points off 30,000 on my lifetime score. Have I played how many games this year? I don't think I've played that many games this year. Okay, so my total time is 167 hours.
Yeah.
Which I can see being correct, because I did play Resident Evil 4. I played that quite a bit.
You get PC games on Game Pass account as well if you played any on there.
True. I say Resident Evil 4. I think I may have played fucking Sea of Thieves early in the year, and we played that quite a bit. Obviously, because I got it on PC. Obviously, Star Wars. I played that when it came out. I played quite a bit of that. I played little bits of Call of Duty, the old Call of Duties lately. I did play a bit of FIFA quite a while, so I feel like that could be correct with my one. Was that more than my PlayStation one? Was it the same my PlayStation one was for total hours?
Oh my god, I couldn't tell you. It's 100 something, wasn't it?
So is that more than my PlayStation score? It was quite. I'm gonna have to scroll all the way through, because it's fucking on the later fucking stats. Fuck off! I don't want you. I want the later ones. 149 hours. So I apparently play more on Xbox than I have that. Then again, I know Hayden was playing Fable at one point for a bit. You did quite. Was on that for quite a while, weren't you? A couple of weekends. So yeah, okay. So to be fair, most of that's probably not even me. So yeah, it makes sense. Okay, apparently total games 25, Which
I haven't played 174 then.
I'm trying to work my 25 out of my head. If I'm honest with you.
Yeah, but 25 is a bit more reasonable.
Yeah, that is a bit more reasonable. Yeah, but as I say, I'm trying to.
Oh, sure. I'll click on it. Show me what games.
So 25 on Xbox, 12 on fucking PlayStation this year. And so I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to work it out in my head, like where's the 25 coming from? Because Star Wars, Resident Evil, I did play a bit of Gears of War, one of the FIFAs, Hot Wheels for a little bit, so I got fucking kind of forced onto it by Kaysen. Fable for you. I have jumped on 2 Call of Duty games. That's 8 there. I've got 8. If it just came PC, I'm pretty sure I did play Sea of Thieves this year, so that's 9.
Texas Chainsaw.
Payday 3, so that's 10. Yeah. Starfield makes 11.
You played Texas Chainsaw, didn't you?
No, didn't play that.
You didn't play in the end?
No, I didn't play it at all.
I should look up why Xbox, see what there is.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Saints Row, it's 12. Thank you for reminding me of that one, yes. Monster Hunter Rise, I did play a bit of that, 13. So I did play a bit of that on obviously Xbox, and I played a bit of it on PC. But obviously I only played it on Microsoft through Xbox. Fuck. That's 13. Assassin's Creed, the first one. Technically, I installed that and played that. There's 14. So somehow there's another 11 from somewhere. I don't know where the other 11's from. When we've done this, I'm gonna go and sit and work this out. I'm gonna come to work later and go, "This is my 25 games. I worked it all out in the end." You need to try and work.
Gamer score?
Oh,
I can't work 174.
Yeah, you gotta try and work out 174 games, Connor. Apparently, his stats telling me he's played 174 games this year on Xbox.
No
He
way.
doesn't know how. I don't know how that's physically possible. I've got 25. I mean, even across both consoles, I don't even touch 40. Obviously, if you include PC games, that does mount it up a bit. But I still
not 170.
I haven't even, not even that. I won't even get close to that even with PC games I played this year. But yeah, I'll try and work mine out in a bit. Gamer score.
Total.
3,310. This year.
Total achievements.
178.
So you got 623. That's mad. But I have got 12,000 gamer score this year, so that kind of adds up, right? Because they give you about 10 each.
Oh, Mirage, that's 15 I'm up to now.
That's probably one of your longest games you played this year. On Xbox.
On Xbox, I don't know. What about Resident Evil 4? So they play it for quite a bit.
Yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, Star Wars is one of the longest, I think, personally. Atomic Heart, played that as well.
Maybe it counts as like when I've launched them through cloud gaming and stuff.
On the bottom, there's a bit that's scrolling and tells you games you played.
Mine just telling me stuff that I realised I played, like
High Five Rush. Yeah, it's a 17. Come on, you fucker. Keep scrolling across. I'll get back to you once it's finished scrolling. Reward points 518. My top month was October.
What's your most played category?
Action and adventure.
Yeah, same.
Family and kids is 12%. 7% is role playing. 5% shooter. 2% other. Why has he put Assassin's Creed on there twice? He's got the original Assassin's Creed on there twice. I don't know why. So that's probably not even a correct game score. Apparently, Minecraft, I don't remember playing Minecraft on Microsoft. Then again, does it count the PC one?
Yeah, because it's the same thing.
Okay, so yeah. Apparently I played 2 different versions of FIFA on there, so okay, that might mate up then. High on Life, okay, fair enough. So it kind of does mount up to 25, I reckon. Obviously, it might not be 25, I reckon it might be 24 if it's put Assassin's Creed down fucking twice.
Don't worry, I've got 174 this year, so...
how's your stack up with other players? You're in the top 20% of players for hours played. You're in the top 5% for players for gamer score. You're in the top 5% of players in achievement unlocked.
I'm in top 5 for everything.
Yeah, most played games. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, 34 hours. 635 gamer score, 39 achievements. My rarest achievement unlocked was Cobra Cal. You're in the top 45% for this game. Number 2 is Mirage, 32 hours. Gamer score 1,000 because I completed it. Achievements 50 out of 50 because I finished it. Then it's Assassin's Creed 1, 19 hours. Apparently that's my stats for Xbox. Baldur's Gate, I don't even fucking guess.
Baldur's Gate, and every other year that wasn't Baldur's Gate is Skyrim.
Yeah, true. He said that Baldur's Gate this year, but every other year Baldur's Gate wasn't. It was Skyrim. On Baldur's Gate, 302 hours. Jesus Christ.
You know what? It must be like a girl thing to stick with one game, because Dee finds a game and she won't come off it. Like, she's played Fallout 76 recently, and she just won't come off it. She played fucking Ghostwire Tokyo and finished it all the way through, so 107 hours.
Why do you reckon it's a girl thing then?
You just stick on one game, whereas I'm jumping around game to game. Like, I can't stick on one game longer.
He said it must be a girl thing where you stick to one game, and you basically don't come off that game constantly. Cause he said Dee basically had that recently with Fallout 76, where she stuck to that for like hours, like constant, and she did the same with Ghostwire Tokyo, used Baldur's Gate. Whereas Connor said he jumps around games a lot. I do as well. I jump between games. I mean, I think it's because you two are quite very. No, it's just like, because there's so many other games that you can go, okay, I've played enough of this game, I can fucking jump on another game for a bit.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Golfing then.
Well, it's like Dee says to me as well, it's like, I can jump on any game and I'm good at the game. Like, I just already know the controls. Because I've played that many games, I don't really need to learn controls for most games. There's only a few set ones, like when if I jump back on Zelda, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? But most of the time I jump on a game, I'm like, I already know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but the main issue is when you jump on a game and you start trying to use the controls from the previous game you played. And you're I've obviously been playing Assassin's Creed lately, and I keep accidentally jumping off the horse because I'm too used to holding a certain button down for going faster. So I'm holding the button down thinking it's that, and all I do is just yeeting off the horse. I'm like, God damn it. And I have to chase after the fucking horse because it's already a fucking mile down the fucking street. It's like, come back.
I added, oh, you still recording, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I chuck this in at the end and whatever. I added all the Alan Wake games, think like the new one, Alan Wake Remastered, and the American Nightmare, which was like a spin-off to the original. And it's literally 28 quid.
On what? Epic
Games, yeah.
28 quid?
28 quid for everything, yeah.
Fuck it, I'll fucking bang them in my fucking basket in a minute then.
I'll go on basket. It don't go for sale till like January 10th.
I'll bang it in the fucking basket in a minute. I've fucking ordered Cyberpunk on Xbox.
Yeah,
they've got it back in sale. Literally, it was out of stock yesterday. I was like, oh no. And I went to Hayden, I was like, it's out of stock. And it come on today, it's like 7 in stock. And I was like, do you want to buy it and just pay me back? And she's like, okay. So I got that coming tomorrow. But yeah, if that's fucking that price, I'm going to bang it in my fucking basket as soon as we finish recording.
£28.27 for all of them.
I wouldn't have minded. I would probably preferred playing on Xbox because obviously I'd probably play it a lot more because I don't really get a chance too much to sit on my PC. But if it's that price, I'm going to go for the cheaper option, which is 28 quid. If I can get free games for 28 quid, I'm going to go for that. So fuck it, I'll do it in a bit once we fucking finish.
The remastered Alan Wake, at least it's not like playing like super outdated visuals.
And so, because the only version I've got is the one that's Xbox 360 on there, and that's because I had it free with Quantum Break. Yeah, I'll bang it in the baskets in a bit. Can't think of anything else for really. I think we kind of did our yearly wrap. I mean, I got my YouTube yearly wrap up. They sent me that yesterday. The fucking obviously like how many subscribers you've earned, your fucking hours watched, and fucking shit like that. They sent me that one this morning at 1:48 in the morning. I don't know why 148, but they sent me 148. Apparently, I've had 71 new subscribers, 41.8k views. I've uploaded 354 videos. My top viewed video is my Aquaman podcast from like 2 years ago. Don't know why that's like shot up recently. Apparently, our best live stream was the Millionaire one. Apparently, it's got the most comments, so it classes the best one. As I say, it's probably one of the better ones because it was just It was just us trying to fucking beat Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and then losing on the kids section.
I've got to keep an eye out on Epic Games now, because this is the thing. Got to do like a Christmas giveaway every day. I know today's like all the Destiny expansions and the base game, but the latest one.
So there's usually at least one big game.
Yeah,
that you go, oh, I haven't got that. Then most of the rest, you're like, oh, fucking had that last year's giveaways. The amount of times I've fucking seen the Tomb Raider collection go on there is ridiculous. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is it. Obviously, you can check out the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, and most of the podcasting platform sites. This might be your last one, Connor, before the new year.
Might be on obviously a live stream together playing something, but
obviously you got the live stream is definitely your last one if you don't do the podcast next week, because debating, because I might talk about Godzilla -1 as soon as I watched it and do that out the way, because that covers next week's episode. But if not,
can't anything there.
That's what I mean. I won't drag you on, so I can't. So you basically don't have to hear it all. So, but I depends. It depends how I feel after I watched it on Monday. If I feel like I can come back and record, I'll jump on and record it. If not, then I'll probably just drag you on like now to try and think of something to talk about next week. Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Talk about that for 2 hours. But yeah, so I don't know yet. I'd say at the moment this could be your last podcast for the year. If it is, your next one will probably be the basically the best and worst of 2023 in terms of gaming and movies. And we're trying to pick out worthy winners for those categories. I mean, the worst games of 2023 are going to be there's some big ones up for this.
There's Kong, there's Gollum, and then there's that new Walking Dead one.
There's some big ones up for that. I mean, Day Before's got to be up there as well.
Yeah, I don't think that even counts. I mean, it's been deleted by the time we've got round to it. So
yeah, I still think it should count towards it for the fact it existed for 5 minutes.
The fact the ones are still for sale is insane to me.
And then the fact it got trolled by other studios like DayZ, being like, have you seen that troll? I did.
Yeah, and it's like we're
doing a day after sale. we're just celebrating our anniversary, this like random like year for no reason. So here's a day after sale. Clearly, it's them taking the piss out of Day Before.
Such a genius.
It is a little bit of genius marketing from DayZ. But yeah, But yeah, well. So your next one, 50% chance will be the start of the new year for obviously basically just discussing the best and worst of this year and best of what we're expecting to be great in 2024. So that'd be our kickoff.
Right. Before you go, don't put Alan Wake Remastered in your cart, because if you buy Alan Wake 2, you get Alan Wake Remastered free in the code to your email, so it's free.
How do you know?
I literally just went on the Alan Wake 2 page, and it's like, buy Alan Wake 2 during our holiday sale, and we'll email you a digital voucher code for a one-time copy of Alan Wake Remastered on PC.
Oh, okay. So thanks for that. Thanks. I'll bang them in the basket in a minute then. But yeah, so yeah,
that's pretty.
You're guaranteed is that one, but we'll see. Obviously, if not, obviously if that is your next one, obviously the next two will just be solo ones. I just need to figure out the last one. I think the last one will be a Christmas themed episode for me. I might try and talk about Violent Night. I do want to watch that and talk about it because I fucking love that film. So yeah, obviously that is it. So check out Connor's last live stream of the year this Sunday. Possibly going to do some Worms. Could do some more Lethal Company if hopefully that setting gone causes it to actually run properly.
Hope so.
But we'll see. So yeah, obviously tune in Sunday for that. Guessing probably be our usual time of 4:00.
Yeah.
So yeah, we hope you enjoyed, and we hope to see you next time. Goodbye.
Peace.